Hello everybody, my name is Jason and welcome to day 143 of our road to 1500 Elo on chess.com Rapid. Today we're playing with the black pieces against Bandit Sumatera. We're coming off of a few losses here. We reached 1400, we stayed around 1400 for a while, and now we lost probably like 3 or 4 games and we're down to 1380. So let's see if we can make some progress back towards 1400 now. So it looks like we have a Carl Khan setup, except the pawn isn't here. Okay, now it is. So now this is just an advanced variation of the Carl Khan. We're just going to push c5. If he takes, we take back with the bishop. We got to develop our bishop. Our opponent brings the knight out. We shall do the same thing. We'll go here, put pressure on these two pawns. Okay, let's take. Opponent will take back. This pawn is going to be very weak now. He takes with the knight. That's interesting. I think I'm going to take the bishop first. He might just take back this way. Although if he does, okay, so now I'm winning this pawn. Because I guess I would have won it either way. Because the only defender was this knight. So we can take this pawn now. Next, the plan is to develop our dark squared bishop, our other knight, and castle kingside. Okay, the queen comes in. I think I'll just drop back with the tempo on the queen. That seems to make the most sense. Defend our knight, attack the queen. Okay, our opponent pins the knight to the king, targets this pawn at the same time. Let's see. Yeah, if he takes, I can still take this way, because if he takes, I can then move the knight. So I don't actually have to defend this. I could just develop another piece. Let me make sure I have that right. Take, take. Take, take, right? And I think that's fine. Let's develop a bishop to a central square inside of our pawn pyramid here. Let's develop our other knight. And get ready to castle, connect the rooks, and possibly develop the queen next. Okay, he just moves the king over. Let's castle. This is still defended. We're doing okay. I think a decent move could be to go a6 though, to free up this rook to take this open file. Interesting. Take, take versus take, take. What would I rather do? I'd rather he take, probably. Could go here to induce the trade while developing our knight. If I take here, he takes here. I could also go queen here, and if he doesn't trade, then we're going to win a piece. Although, if he takes, I'll just move my queen twice. That doesn't seem to make much sense. What's the better way to develop this knight? If I go here and here, here and here. What is the better move here? Let's just start with a6. If he takes the bishop, we'll just trade. Okay, we do end up trading. We centralize our queen now. Okay, he just attacks the queen. I feel like I should move it up and maintain the pressure. I could go here, offering a trade of queens and threatening this rook at this knight at the same time. Here, take, take. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go here. If he doesn't trade, then we take the knight. But I think the plan will be to push these pawns towards the king side and bring our rooks over. Okay, he's threatening this pawn. So we do need to defend this. I could just push. That's probably going to be better than me wasting this move. Might as well get the initiative and continue to push here. Yeah, let's just push this pawn. It'll be defended by this pawn. Okay, what's going on here? He wants to take this square, I suppose. I could go here, take the open file, and take this square away. He will still have this move, though. Let's go here. Take this square away from the knight. Maybe you come here. Okay, this is my only move. Let's drop back. Knight can come here now. Okay, this is fine. Take. Yeah, it's trade. You can take with the rook, though. Yeah. Then we can attack the rook with a tempo here. Then I think I want to attack the knight. He's going to come here. It's his only move. I guess he had this. Actually, no, he doesn't have this either. And I think I want to push this pawn, actually. Push, take. Yeah, let's push this pawn. Start to expose the enemy king. We take here. We can line up our two rooks. Make sure, oh, if I go here, I'm going to set up a fork, which is not good. So maybe I drop back first to get rid of this knight. Where can he go? If I go here, this is his only move. So let's do this. Attack the knight. I should also make use of this passed pawn. Now maybe I can push this other pawn. Let's see. Push. Yeah, let's start pushing this pawn. Take. Push the knight away. Okay, he attacks my knight. I think I'll just reroute with the plan of coming up here. I think that's fine. This will be a strong square for my knight, either of these two. Okay, now this one, if I go here, I'll never be kicked away. Let's see, here. This pawn is going to get pushed, is the thing. If I go here and then push and he moves, oh, I can't. Yeah, then I could take this pawn, right? So let's go here, actually, line up the rooks. And then push this pawn. Then after he moves the knight, we can take this pawn. He doesn't have time to push it. Okay, he defends it that way, but I can go here. Attacking the pawn and the rook. Okay, now we push. Knight has to move away. And then we should win this pawn. Because the knight can't defend this square. I guess he can go here, but then I just take. take, and we're good. Or even take this way. Okay, he does go there, so I have to take this way. And then, do I take with the rook or with the knight? Let's take with the rook and reroute it this way. Oh, we can take the pawn as well. We can now have two passed pawns. Take. Both seem bad. Okay, let's take here. If I let him take, I end up losing a pawn. Then it's take. Okay, he attacks. I don't want to allow this king to come out. The fact that my rook is on this second rank is very strong. So let's attack the knight. Check, we'll attack this. So make sure we don't allow any back rank checkmates. Maybe I start with this push, but then I have a check. I just move up. Yeah, let's go here. Check, I'll just come up. He can't take, it's defended. And then I'm just going to start pushing this pawn probably. He does it that way, which I guess is fine. Not really worried about that. Let's start pushing this pawn. Check here. He wants to target this pawn. Let's defend it. I have 2:30 on the clock. Should be enough time. We should be fine. With this many pawns, I think we'll be okay. I can also come here now to target this pawn. Now that he moved this rook. Let's go here. This pawn is getting closer and closer to promotion. Can't defend it with this. Although as soon as I take, his king is going to come out. Okay, I think I'll just take here actually. The more trades, the better. Let's push this pawn one more time. We're one away from promoting now. I don't think he can even stop it because the king can't come here or here. So this might just be checkmate after I promote. Because he moved the king over. If he was here, it might have been a little bit more complicated. But now that he moved the king over, both these squares are blocked. Let's see if there's a move though. Can't take here. I'm not sure if there's a way to stop mate in one. I guess you can sack the rook. GG. Let's check out the review. See how we did today. 87, not bad. Okay. Pretty normal Carl Khan, advanced variation. I think the reason why the evaluation is so strong for me after this knight move, this is kind of a common theme in the Carl Khan, especially in the advanced, but also just in general. You're not supposed to put this knight on c3 because it makes these pawns very weak. Because you can no longer push the c3 pawn, and these pawns just become very weak. And you'll see what happens here. My opponent brings the bishop out. We trade in the center, and after these trades, there's nobody defending this pawn. So we take, and now we're just up a pawn. It's saying this was the better knight move than dropping back, okay. Targets this pawn. Yeah, that makes sense. All this is pretty normal. A6 was a good move. This was the best move, okay. This was not good. This was the better position. Huh, okay. Okay, pushing this was a mistake. Bringing the knight back would have been better. Probably rerouting it towards c4, which we end up doing eventually, regardless. And here at this point, we just had too many attackers on this pawn. Yeah, this allowed us to get the attack on the rook. He should have defended this way, I guess. So the rook had to move, and then we attacked, and now we just have 3 attackers, and he only has 2 defenders. So we win 2 more pawns there, and with 3 passed pawns, we just have a pretty significant material advantage. The only move my opponent has is to either take here, sacrifice, and then it's checkmate, or just sack the rook this way, then it's take, checkmate. Right on. Day 143. Sorry, my camera is blurry. I don't know why it's doing that, but this was day 143. Thanks for watching, guys. We made back some elo. Maybe we can turn it around now and start climbing. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 144. Adios. Bye-bye.